It's Anne-Marie. Happy Friday. Woo! Yes. Yes. Oh, I know. I hope all of you are doing well. I thought we would pull some cards and get some messages of clarity for those who like it. We're going to continue this. I'm loving this deck, this Threads of Karma deck. So why don't we get some messages of clarity for those who would like it. Thank you to my high vibrating ancestors, spirit guides, divine beings, and source of light energy. Can we please get some messages of clarity for those who would like it, please, Spirit? What is the collective need to know today, Spirit? Ooh, change your fate. Your story isn't fixed. It's unfolding with every choice you make. Claim your power and write a new ending. Look at that. Your story is not over. Excuse me. I also heard that you also are not your story. You don't have to allow your past to dictate your future. You do not need to become and live in this shadow of energy, this shadow of energy of the past choices that you made or past versions of yourself. Someone with addiction or toxic ways or whatever, it's about not becoming the story of your past. When we get in this cycle of identifying as something, and it's not to take away from it, it's not to minimize it, so just stick with me here, okay? When we get caught, I'll use myself for an example, okay? So when I recognized after a while when I was in treatment, I've been clean since 2015, since June 15, 2015. I realized that I kept myself in this cycle as a recovering addict, even though as I spiritually awoke, I feel differently about addictions and recovery and all that, right? And so, but I noticed I would always, I'm a recovering addict, I'm a recovering addict, I'm a recovering addict. And that carries a lot of weight when you really think about it. It carries a lot of weight. And I was telling myself this and speaking that because that's what we're taught in the rooms. You know, hi, my name's Anne-Marie, I'm a recovering addict. Hi, Anne-Marie. And, excuse me, my homemade lemonade. And I recognized that I got stuck in that cycle of believing that about myself. It's not to say that it's not true. I'm not going to push my own beliefs on other people. I just see addiction and recovery a different way. But I stayed stuck in this, in my belief, in this cycle that kept me in the mindset of a recovering addict and the weight that carried. This card is saying is that, excuse me, regardless of what your past is, you can change your fate at any time. You can change your life at any time. Be aware and be mindful of the messages and the recordings, the taping, the 8 tracks for some of you. I cite CDs for some of you, but I'm seeing like an old school, not the 8 track, but just a regular tape. It's like the tape that you keep playing about your life. And believe because of whatever choices you made in life or different lives that you've lived in this lifetime, that's going to dictate how the rest of your life is going to be. Not realizing that you have the power and the control to change your life at any moment. Does it take a lot of work? Yeah, of course. It took a lot of work to muck it up, didn't it? To take a pain and a lot of energy and soul searching, yes, but there's a lot of joy and healing and growth as well. You can rewrite your story at any moment, just like this gentleman is in this book here. You don't have to continually play these tapes about your past. When we continually focus on our past, and it's not to say you don't heal and learn from it, but when you're in the cycle of thinking about your past choices or past situations or past scenarios, we stay in this cyclic, that's not even a word, Spirit, this cycle of keeping ourselves stuck, if you will. I hate the word stuck, but it is what it is. Or in this mindset. What is that? What else, Spirit? And I'm going to go back to a message I gave last night about the stories you were told about yourself. This is, again, with the projections, but the stories you were told about yourself. Oh, you were always a rambunctious child. Oh, you were always getting into trouble as a child. Oh, you were fast as a child. No, and half of those things were signs that there was SA going on in kids' lives, but no one wants to talk about that. And so you start to believe those things about yourself. Just like as an adult, if someone said you were too much, or you were too extra, or you were this, or you were that, or whatever it was, then we, again, like I said last night, we wear that as our skin. And then we get in this mindset that we believe as though we can't change our life. Oh, I've done too many things. There's too many transgressions against me. You know, I get it. I used to sell drugs, and then I used to do them. I used to sell them really good. Well, I used to do them too really good. Anne-Marie. And so what Spirit is saying is that you have to realize that you can change your fate with every choice, every decision you make. That moment when you want to pop off at someone and talk shit back to someone, when you know they're trying to get your energy, right then and there you have a choice to make a totally different decision. Take a couple deep breaths. Realize they're trying to take your energy, or they're trying to engage you to fall back into old ways, old patterns. And, you know, there also may be a lot of people around you as well that like to keep you in those cycles as well, so you can be sick and stuck with them. God forbid you heal and grow. That's why a lot of people don't celebrate when there's mass and vast changes in our lives. Is because people want to keep us in the low vibration that they were in, we were in together. But Spirit is saying is that, let's get to the card, because I know, do we want to do two separate messages? Yeah, let's do two separate messages. So anyway, your story isn't fixed. You can rewrite it at any moment. I've even rewritten my trauma from the past. And there's shamanic beliefs about rewriting your story, how you can change your past by rewriting your story of the past. It's not that it didn't happen, it's being able to conceptualize it differently, have a different perception of it, and see it from a different point of view. That's all I can say about that right at this moment. Point being is that you're able to change these experiences you've had. Once you've fully healed from them, you will gain a different insight. And if you have a close-knit connection with your spirit team, your ancestors, they will also give you guidance on how to move through the energies of rewriting your story, changing your fate. When we heal from those deep, deep, deep ancestral wounds and generational cycles and curses that we're in, we are not only changing the fate of us, but also the fate of our ancestors and the ones that come after us. Is that it, Spirit? Understanding your fear, so honor your growth as well. Honor the steps that you have made to change the fate, to change your fate, to live a different life. It's not been easy for you. It's been a challenge. So that is the message. I hope you're healthy and happy and full of joy. I truly, truly do. May you love and be loved. Heal. Don't harm. Not just others, but so you don't hurt yourself.